Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, how do you handle exceptions in Java? Let me answer. In Java programs, in order to handle the exceptions, there is only one way. That is by using try-catch blocks. Using this try-catch blocks only, we can handle the exceptions in Java. There is no other way other than using try-catch blocks. Let me practically demonstrate how to handle a sample exception in Java. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE, and here I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class as a class, some random name, let's say class 25. Okay, click on finish. And here I'm going to write some code. So this code, there's a possibility that it may result in some exception. Okay, so I would like to collect an input from the user using the scanner class. Scanner is equal to new scanner. By creating an object for the scanner, I'm providing here system.in inside the constructor. Okay, I'll be creating an object for the scanner class, and here I'll display some message to the user saying enter any number. Okay, enter any number. That number I'll collect somewhere here. Int whatever the number given by the user is equal to scanner dot next int. Okay, integer number the user has to give. Fine. Now, after this program collects some input from the user. Okay, I would like to close the scanner class. The task is done. Now here I'll say int result is equal to, okay, 9 divided by NUM number. Okay, whatever the number I received from the user, right? That number I am using for dividing this number. After that, I would like to print the result. Okay, the result of the division I would like to print. And here I'll write down system.out.println end of this program. End of this program. Okay. So like this, I'll write some code. Now, when I run this code, the program will ask the user to enter any number. Okay. This program is asking the user to enter a number. So here 9 need to be divided by some number. If I give some value like 3, how many times a 3 can divide the number 9 with 3 times? 3 3 is a 9. So we'll get the result as 3. The result will be printed as 3 and end of this program will be printed. So no exception has come. But what if I give a number like 0 here? Okay, the user is entering a number 0. So can you divide a number, any number with 0 in Java? No. That statement where the number is getting divided by 0 in Java program will result in an arithmetic exception. Okay. So in the line 14, we are going to get an arithmetic exception like this. You see, the line 14, you got arithmetic Java. From the Java, we got this arithmetic exception, guys. Okay. The reason is you are trying to divide a number by 0. So here exception is not handled. That's the reason the program got stopped and remaining statements have not been printed. So to overcome this exception, I'll surround these particular statements with the try-catch block. The only way to handle the exceptions in Java is to use try-catch block. Okay, use try-catch block catch. Here I will say arithmetic exception E. Okay, like this I have to write the code in Java. I have to surround the text with try-catch block. Here I have to write system.out.println exception got handled. Okay, exception handled, exception handled. I'll just say colon, and here I'll say plus E. Okay, run the code now. Even though the user enters 0 also, the exception will be handled this time. Okay, when the user enters 0, so 9 divided by 0 will give an arithmetic exception. Instead of the exception occurring and it's stopping the program abruptly, here the object of the exception will be assigned to the object reference of this arithmetic exception in the catch block, and catch block will handle the exception. With the help of try catch block, we are handling the exception handle, and details of the exception will be printed and the program will still continue. Okay, you see, exception got handled, and this is the exception we got, but the program execution has continued. This is how we can handle the exceptions, guys. When a runtime exception occurs in Java, a runtime error or exception occurs in Java without try-catch block, if the runtime exception occurs during the runtime, the program execution will stop at the line where the exception came. In the 14th line only, program execution will stop. But if you handle the exception using this try-catch block, the exception will be handled and the remaining statements of the code will be executed. For example, here, end of this program has been printed here because the program continued, because the arithmetic exception got handled here. What if the user enters 0 here? A number cannot be divided by 0. In such cases, exception will be thrown And if you give a normal number, nothing will happen, guys. Okay. You give something like 3 or something, you see the result 3 will come end of this program, but exception has not come. So, but if an exception comes, this try catch block will handle the exception and it will continue the execution of the code without stopping the program where the exception has occurred. This is called as exception handling, and the exception handling is possible in Java only with the help of try catch blocks. There is no other mechanism in Java to handle the exceptions except try catch block. So hope guys you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.